fast start. I love these Tuesdays. It's kind of like a tactical Tuesday. This is midpoint in the week. If you know, in the week, we get paid weekly. Who here's grateful you get paid weekly, not monthly as well too? So there's a pace of the week. Saturdays when we launch the week, that's when we have our Champions Academy. That's when we have high level, a lot of cool things. And then Tuesday I like because we can really drill into some details. Today specifically, we're going to cover probably one of the most fun topics that really helped me get confidence in this business, which is overcoming objections. Who here has had struggles or challenges or concerns or fears on questions or objections your prospects have about the drops, about joining your business and everything? I'll share a quick story. New Zealand, what's going on? I remember when I got started in this business and I learned some skills of attracting, and then getting our post out and how do you go outbound? How do you talk to people? But I was still not confident because I was scared that my prospect would ask me questions I didn't know how to answer. And of course, we can leverage coaches. One thing I'd encourage to do, leverage coaches and mentors, get people in three-way conversations. Like the best way to learn is by gleaning from other people that can do this like on the back of their hand. But I remember I went to training just like this, and my coach pulled out this list of questions. It's too expensive. I can't do this. I don't have the time, like all these different things. And just one by one, he just nailed them. And what happened is I not only learned how to overcome some objections in a tactful way, in a professional way, but actually what it did is it answered questions for me I didn't know about as well too that I had. And it built me rhino skin confidence. And that's why I love objection handling. So today, we have the honor of actually my awesome co-host here. We're going to have, make sure I hit this one. We're going to have Sandy Gledhill. Let me share one cool post that she did. She's been contributing so much in our boards, in so many things. Who here has been looking at our new boards, by the way? All of our scripts and everything like she's been doing. But as I bring her up, let me share with you this cool post that Sandy just made today. But Sandy made this post. She just completed her 90 days since launching this business. And get this, guys, 73 personal customers, 238 customers in the organization, meaning there's duplication, 54 brand partners in her team, 25 that she sponsored, ranked 17 in Texas, 350 in the country, 901 in the world. She's earned the hoodie. There's a hoodie challenge that's going on right now. Halfway to Punta Cana, winning her trip, healthiest weight ever, and so many cool things. I mean, if that's not a 90-day run, that is a 90-day run. But yeah, give her some love in the chat for both her, but also if you want that in your next 90 days as well too. So Sandy, grateful to have you with us. How do you feel even just putting this together as you've been collecting and reflecting?
Actually, that post is very intentional. It's for other people. It's really, I know it can feel a little self-aggrandizing or self-promoting. And I often have business partners who go, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm self-promoting. And what I had to overcome myself, one of my own objections is, how do I promote effectively the products in the business without feeling like I'm just promoting myself? But here's what I always would ask my team members. Do you think that these drops and Partner Co is a gift? Has it been a gift to you and to your family? If so, you have a moral obligation to share it effectively. And that means get over yourself. I'm talking to somebody here. I can feel it. You're going to have to move beyond that comfort zone. And by the way, guys, if you have team members who you can see aren't on here, tag them, because this is going to be one where it's going to help your whole team. So I really encourage you to do that. But I am just going to encourage every single one of you guys to be really confident and really bold and, do the thing. You have to share it for somebody else to see it. So that post right there, of course, I feel great about that. It's the most success I've ever had in 90 days of launching a business. And wow. I was in another business where I got the Lexus bonus in 90 days, but I've had more success here. So I'm very proud of what I've accomplished, but mostly it's my brain exploding going, if I can do this, other people can do more than what I've done. It just blows the doors off of what's possible, but you have to let people know. So if you've accomplished something and you haven't put it out there, put it out there.
Huge, huge. Congrats, Sandy. I'm going to pull you back up in just a little bit. And what's great is that's the key of this business, right? You want to lead, you want to have that experience, but then you want to hand it forward. So I want to give some high level stuff here and some announcements so that we know how to orient ourselves. If you're brand new, by the way, welcome to the family. Make sure if you haven't already, get onboarded. If you haven't gone to our wellness360.community links page, go through the 5 steps, download the boards, all the things are going to walk you through. These are your tool chest to have everything. And by the way, all of our training replays, people ask all the time, where are the training replays? They are literally right here on this link. It says all business training replays are here. So whether you can't watch this live or you need to share this, I already know, like what Sandy said, you're going to want to tag people onto this as well too. You can find them all there as well too. So grab that for sure. But everything starts with a goal, right? How do you get a 90-day run? You need a goal and you have an intention there. So a couple things that are important right now is number one, I know there's many people, Sandy mentioned this in her caption, there's an opportunity to get a limited time hoodie from Partner Co. Now, my recommendation is win it all. And you can rock for the rest of your life. People are going to go up to you, Nancy. People are going to go up to you, Shelly. I'm like, where do I buy that hoodie? You know what you're going to tell them? You can't buy this. How'd you get it? Well, I earned it. Can I earn it? Nope. And you're like, oh, well, you're super cool. So take advantage of this. There's until the end of November the 30th. We got like 12 days on the clock for personal enrollment of brand partners. You're going to learn things today that are going to help you get those, by the way, at 200 points each. And that's going to get you that. All right. Who here is running for this hoodie? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. I am for sure running for it. I have no option because my wife told me I have to. All right. So she followed up on me today. She's like, babe, how's that hoodie coming along? It's coming. It's coming. Oh, I turned it up today, guys. So anywho, grab that. And as you get it, let us know too. We want to celebrate you as well too. And I know that you can also go for 8 enrollments. You can get the hoodie and a PXP ticket as well. So that's number one. Number two, we are also concluding today a fun challenge that we threw out there. We've been seeing the team run. This team has expanded. There's so many new faces right now. And one of the biggest questions I hear from people is, what do I need to do to get to my next promotion? How do I go from where I'm at to ultimate, to manager, director, vice president, officer, wherever that it is? And there's just so many new faces as well too, that I want to get to know everyone even further as well. I am in thorough belief that you are just one detail away from your next breakthrough. That's all it takes. You never know where it's going to come from, but you're just one idea away. So we threw this out there that if you do what's called the 2-in-1, it's our first goal in your Partner Co business, 2 customers and 1 activated brand partner. If you did that in the last 10 days, then we're going to have a cool sit down. We're going to get to connect. We're going to be able to hear your challenges and figure this out together. And many of you have already wrapped this up, right? This is not an all-inclusive list on here, but there's a form. You can fill that out. Maria Cristiano, Laura Smith, who's brand new, Beth Wold, Karen Underwood, Kim Hansen, Julie Guntner, Stephen and Pam Middleton, Chrissy Allward, Sandy Gledhill, Pia Washington. And Sandy, you mentioned there was another teammate. What was her name again?
Tina Dasher.
Tina Dasher. Congratulations. And I think there's probably more as well too. They just didn't fill out their form. So there's this opportunity. And by the way, it's until the end of today. So if you feel that this could be something that could help you, hey, move heaven and earth. And I promise you, we're going to have a fun time at the very least. No, but we're going to have some breakthrough moments when we chat. So those that qualified, congratulations. I'm excited to chat with you. And we'll schedule some time out in this next week. But if you are interested in that, this is still open until tonight. And I'm telling you, I've seen miracles happen, even from someone that started from nothing. And they said, I want it. And they figured it out. So if that's the case, grab this, fill out the form. This is in the Word Movement Facebook page, and you can apply, and we'll have some good times right there as well too. All right. So we have that. Now, why am I bringing this up, and why did we do this promotion? Because we have a system and a blueprint to help you to really be able to scale something of significance here. How does doing 2-in-1 lead you to what you really, really want? Well, we talked about this framework. And how do you win in this business? How do you have like what Sandy talked about in her first 90 days? It's number one, leading yourself. So I want you to look at this blueprint and see for you and your goals, where are you at right now? Who here is working on that first goal still? You're still getting your first 2 customers and your first brand partner. Put a 1 in the comments if this is where you're at. We're going to have a mix, by the way. You're always going to have a mix of people. So you want to see, all right, where am I at? What do I need to do? So that's the first target. The second one after that is then we want to put up $500 in your pocket. You want to unlock ultimate. You want to double your bonuses. You want to go like manager. And the way you do this is when you do like the 2-in-1, and then you continue to do that and you duplicate that into your team. Sandy mentioned she helped 3 of her teammates get into this challenge. That's duplication. That's why her team is now expanding. You could do the same thing with your people as well. You have 11 customers, Natalie? Come on. Congratulations. That means you made at least $500. That's what I'm talking about there. So number 2 is that. Number 3, then you want to get to the director mark. Who here's already at least a director and above? Put a me in the comments below or wave, congratulations. If you're a director and above, we have opened up a special training group called the Director Lounge. This is where we want to spend more time with you, and we want to go through specifically. This is where you can win things like the trips. I think director and above, this is that place where trips are actually really within your reach. We can find a way to earn it. I've been doing trainings all week. Just yesterday, we have a special weekly mastermind for the directors and above, and we will break down things that you will not find anywhere else. So it's a mastermind. It's a lot of fun. You're going to get some extra details in there. So if you're not a director yet, make it a goal to go director. How? By helping your other people go through those other goals that we just talked about. And if you are a director and above already, you want to be a part of it, let us know. We'll invite you into that group. We'd love to have you there. All right. And then you go to the officer and above level, and then you have the senior officer and above level. All right. So we have this simple blueprint, whether it takes you a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, it doesn't matter. This is kind of like your true north to kind of give you an overhead view. But we want to bring it back down to home, bring it back down to the ground, which is, well, what do I do if I'm starting right now? What do I do if I'm on that first goal? Or what do I do to help other people get to that first goal? That's why it's important to understand the tools in your tool chest. Now, Sandy has helped us, and many of our teammates, we have a committee that's helping to revamp all of our systems and all of our tools. By the way, I can't wait for you guys to see, we are coming out with a tool that is going to save you so much time, cause way more duplication, and help you to solve one of the biggest problems of onboarding partners. Who here's ever struggled with onboarding a new partner before? What do I do? How do I do it? They're not getting back to me. They're ghosting me. We are building something as we speak that we hope to launch very soon. I'll launch it to the Director Lounge first. That I've never seen this in any company. I've never seen this in any system. It's something that me personally, I'm like, we need this like yesterday. So we are quickly building this and putting it together. So get ready for that. But before that, you want to make sure that you get understanding of what's available to you. So if you have the Word Movement boards, this is our scripts and our done for you system and everything. I'd encourage you to click through this. Who here's already had a chance to click through any of this new updated one? Give me a wave or put a 1 in the comments below. Read through them. We're constantly updating this. We're constantly giving you more directives. But what I want to give to you is this. So we've broken it up into the 2 different versions of Slenderize that we have, whether you're the Slenderize Accelerator or the day and night drops. When you're in here, it'll show you what to post on social media. How do you talk to prospects? How do you support new customers? And then some common objections. So when you make your post, we have our 2 posts a day. Then you attract people. There's a folder of how to talk to prospects, both customers and brand partners. There's going to be parts where it has, when people are attracted and you're selling through a link or bulk retail, you can go through that. but there's also ways to go outbound and take action. Who here doesn't just want to sit on your thumbs all day and you want to go do something, right? You're like, how do I go talk to someone right now? So there's attraction, which is great, but there's also action. If you go to the conversation starters, Sandy, she's a script master, has put together some baseline scripts that she's used, that I use, that are common ways to reach out. And we're going to further expand on these. So if you want to go direct to someone, here's a simple way to go direct to someone on the drops, for example. So look at these. Remember, all scripts, personalize them, read over them. They're not meant for you just to turn off your brain and just plug it in. But you have that. You also then have overcoming objections. So both in the drop side, if you go to the overcoming objections, who here's ever gotten any one of these? The drops are too expensive. I can't afford them. How about, I've tried so many things already and nothing's worked. I don't know if this is for me. I'm not sure if the drops will work for me. I still want to do some more research. I'm not going to go into them. I'm going to have Sandy go into some of these. But here are some very common objections that we're going to continue to update as well too. This also is in the how to get brand partner side. We have a whole flow of how to promote the business. We have new scripts that are in there. We have new objections that are in here as well too, and everything. So Sandy, I don't want to steal your thunder because this is your amazing work. Thank you once again for putting together all of this and helping us. But why don't we start with, let's see. Why don't we start with customers? Overcoming objection. Won't go through all of them, but Sandy, let's go through maybe one or two of these and go through some of the psychology, how you would use it, what goes behind this. But what do you think is one of the common ones? What should we go over today?
Let's start with cost. I think it's the number one objection people get. And it's just FYI, guys, it's not because they're too expensive. It's because it's the easiest objection and people are used to throwing up objections. So you have to understand the psychology a little. And I equate it to if you're in the mall and you walk into a store and you actually want something in that store and maybe you even need help and somebody immediately comes to you and says, "Hi, can I help you?" What do we all say?
No.
No, I'm fine. Thank you. No, I'm fine. When I worked retail, I learned very early on, I think I was still in high school, I worked in clothing and people would walk in and I would turn my back to them and then throw over my shoulder, "Oh, hey ladies, I'm over here if you need anything." And then as I'm saying it, I'm turning back around and people would chase me down. "Well, we're looking for a prom dress. Well, we need the psychology of you put something on Facebook about the drops. They're interested enough to say, info, me, put a hand up. That's hard for people. You know what that's saying? I probably have a weight problem. That's what they're saying publicly. Do you guys think about that for a minute? So if we come at them with all this information or we word vomit on them or whatever, the quickest thing to say is that's too expensive. So to me, it is the first objection you need to be able to overcome. And I hit it from two fronts in one paragraph. The first thing I do is I make sure they know they're heard. And you'll see this throughout my scripts. I almost always say back to them in some form what they've said to me. So I will say, and I often do this in a voice memo because it depends on the person, if I know them or not. Some things can get lost in translation or the tone misread if it's written out. But this is how I would say it in a voice memo. "Hey, well, you're not wrong. Our products are not cheap. But you know me. I would never promote a cheap product. Here's what you need to know. The drops are formulated to balance your hormones in about 90-ish days. So unlike other products, this is not something you have to commit to for the rest of your life." If I'm writing that, sometimes I'll put a little laughing emoji right there. So they're picking up on the tone of, I'm kind of joking around. And if you choose the subscribe and save option, $150 per month, then we're talking about less than $500 to give the drops a really good 90-day trial run. I think your health is worth that investment. And then I will follow up. Sometimes I'll let them talk and, depending on how the conversation's flowing, I'm always holding this very loosely, guys. You want to have this ready, but don't get over scripted. Don't feel like you have to say all of it. you leverage the script doesn't leverage you. And as the conversation goes on, I would also put in, also, if you compare the drops to other products currently on the market that claim to bring similar results like injectables, notice we're not saying Ozempic, right? We're just, everybody kind of knows what we're talking about there. There really is no comparison in my mind. The drops do not have any dangerous side effects. They are all natural, safe, powerful, and effective. And then I put a little green emoji just to show how natural they are. Why don't you give them a try so that you have your own transformation story 90 days from now? That's my call to action. So that is kind of in a nutshell some of the different things I use, but notice the confidence in my tone. I'm not put off by somebody telling me they're expensive. What I'm going to come back is, well, they're not cheap, but I don't think you want to use a cheap product when you're talking about your health, right? So I'm reframing the expensive versus affordable conversation.
So good. Let me chime in on this. Guys, who here got more excited that right when you heard this? You're like, oh, I can use parts of that, right? Like, I see how that's working. You know, like when it comes to objection handling, this is very high level, meaning that this is not your normal, like, hey, if they say this quick thing. This is a lot of psychology happening. This is a lot of transparency, a lot of professionalism, and a lot of being natural. That's why I like this a lot. And it's powerful. So take this, and I think to yourself as you're using these, just like what Sandy said, I think, all right, which parts should I use? How do I think about this? How would I say it? You might just use the same thing, which is fine, but also make sure that you can borrow the confidence that Sandy is putting into words. That's how I look at this. It's like my braces for my confidence that's there. Absolutely love that. Thanks, Sandy, for putting that together. Any other thoughts on this one in particular?
No, but I just want to address a question in the chat about people saying, "Oh, I need the confidence." And I get that a lot, but I will tell you guys, your confidence doesn't have to be in you. That's where you get tripped up. You know where my confidence is? It's in the drops and it's in our company. I can confidently state certain things and say things with boldness because these drops have been around 13 years. They are tested, tried, and true. We've got third-party clinical trials. Do you know how amazing that is? We don't have our own scientists sitting in a lab going, we think they're great. I mean, we have, you know what I mean? Like the company has engendered our trust. And you can be confident in Partner Co. You can be confident in the Slenderized system. So you don't have to build up some kind of false confidence in yourself. That's a small distinction, but it's actually really important.
So powerful. Absolutely. So let's go over to another one here as well. Why don't we flip into who here wants some brand partners? Like that's something that's exciting for you. All right. So let me go over to this other one here on how this works. So a couple things. Let me make sure I lost me. Where did my screen go? Where am I? I'm like,
where'd you go, Jane?
I know, I like disappeared. Let me see. Where am I? I literally can't
wave at yourself.
I know. Where am I? I literally am not on my screen. This is weird. Can anyone
I just pinned you.
Okay. Am I here? Can you guys see me?
Yeah, you're in the main screen now. I have you pinned.
Okay, this is so I literally can't see me. Okay, cool. Well, I'll
Are you sharing your screen?
I'm not even sharing my screen. I just literally don't see me on the gallery view. I'm like a ghost. So anyhow, all good. So, well, I'm glad you can see.
Yeah, I promise you're here.
Awesome. All right, I'm tripping out. This is
weird.
So, brand partners. There's a couple of things we put into our boards as well too. One of the easiest ways to get a brand partner is converting a happy customer. Who here has at least a customer already in your Partner Co business? All right. So what I was doing today is I was going through the boards. I went through my entire list because I'm finding my brand partners because I need that hoodie because my wife said I need that hoodie, but need more, right? But we're very focused. So I'm going over to this boards and we have two places you can find this, but I've actually updated it in the supporting new customer. So this is broken down into a follow-up after customer orders and an onboarding new brand partner. But in the follow-up, what we can ask for is, this is every week, what are you going to say to people? Fortune is in the follow-up. So first thing you want to check, if you haven't done this, you can go back, by the way, is you can check with your customers and just ask them, hey, Shalia, I'm wondering, what are you loving the most about the drop so far? Are you sleeping better, feeling more energetic, or have less anxiety? Something like that. You see how it's positively framed. You're not asking, what'd you like, or what'd you think? How do you feel? They're going to fill in the blank of all different types of interesting things. All right. So with that said, once they give their answer, then you'll be able to go to the next step. Here is a conversion script you can use. And the conversion is this, is, hey, congrats on your amazing results. Have you been sharing your drops experience with any friends or family members? I often find that my customers get awesome results. People who know them want to order the drops for themselves. And when this happens, you can refer them to me, or I can give you information about how you can be a brand partner, get your own link, get them paid for, and get some extra savings, right? Would you like a quick video? Guys, you see how quick and simple that is? Simple up in front. And we have a lot of amazing customers. Who here, by the way, has a customer that has a positive result and experience already? Yeah. Right? Yeah. I mean, great. You can go back to them and you can actually share this. All right. When you have that, then there's a whole flow of giving them and linking them back to the machine, basically, and a follow-up on getting them started. All right. So we have those aspects. Let's say we did that. Then we have some brand partner objections that happen here. So what are they? Well, if you go back to how to talk to prospects, how to get brand partners, go to overcoming objections. Let's see. How about, I think this one's still, let's go with the money one again, Sandy. Can we walk through this?
Sure.
Like, this is a powerful one. Who here's had a brand partner interest that said, I can't afford it right now? Like, I had that today, like literally. So Sandy, let's walk through this. And what's the psychology? How does this one work? How do we learn from how you overcome this?
Yeah, again, guys, notice in the beginning how I am making sure they know I hear them, because and you notice if you've been on my training before on follow-up, one of the things I say very clearly is only answer the question they ask. So it's kind of the same idea here. So you want to say, I hear you, right? In other words, I have actually heard your objection. And now, not that I'm going to come back at you, but I like to use the word reframe a lot when I'm talking to people. I hear you, but there's an interesting startup strategy with this company. See how, even though it's my startup strategy, I am honoring the company. I am validating the company, because we're trying to build trust in PartnerCo and in their products, not just in you. Because listen, I have 25 of my own brand partners. If I got every one of those by saying, you should trust me and you should do what I'm doing, now it's too much pressure on me. So we always want to point back to the company as much as possible. There's an interesting startup strategy with this company. The total startup costs are about $400. I put that out right in front. I am not ashamed of our startup costs. I have started many businesses. $400 is wicked reasonable. Startup costs are about $400. A one-time $30 fee that gives you a professional branded e-commerce website and a treasure trove of digital media tools, and an initial qualifying product order of 200 PV personal volume. Remember, we're not going to use our internal PartnerCo speak without like translating that for new people. That's very important. Personal volume, which works out to be about $375. Almost all of my brand partners opt to purchase the set of 4 drops bundle for $371. The reason I say that is people like to do what everybody else does. They want to be in the big group. So you want to sort of say, this is the popular choice. You can even use the word popular. The most popular bundle that's purchased is, right? Then, as soon as the drops arrive, usually 3 to 5 days, they keep one set to use and sell the other 3 sets at $150 each, our subscribe and save price. The drops are very easy to sell at that price because your local friends and family can try the drops at the discounted price. Then just, I put in here, retail is normally $176 without committing to an auto ship or paying extra for tax or shipping. So what am I doing? I'm literally giving them a script to sell drops before they have ever joined. I'm empowering them with language so that they can sell their drops, their extra sets. Using this strategy, you pay about $400 up front, but you stand to make $450 by selling your extra drops. You basically get your own drops for free and make a $50 profit. I have just shown someone how to start this business for free. They're going to leverage their credit card. They're going to pay, it usually comes out to be about $450 with tax and shipping and all of that. And I'm going to show them how to net zero that with this strategy. Additionally, because our system is so simple and powerful, and as soon as you sign up, I will help you choose one of our beta tested social media posts, and you will very likely have people asking for information and even ordering your product the very first week. Now, notice I don't say immediately or the first day, and I don't make promises. I use words like very likely because this is what we see all the time. So I'm setting an optimistic expectation, but keeping it reasonable. Even if you have to borrow the money to get started, it is a solid strategy that I have seen work over and over for people on my team. What do you think? Now, the reason I say even if you have to borrow the money is they almost can't help, but their brain starts going. If they have credit, they'll think, I'll borrow it by using a credit card. If they don't, they might have a parent or a friend that they can hit up and say, hey, I'm starting a business. They will hype up the business to this person. This person might be thrilled, might be a parent that's so happy that their kid is like, you know, their 30-year-old sleeping on their couch is now going to start a business. Here, take my money, get off my couch, right? So do you see how in one script, we have given them a net zero strategy to start? We have given them options about how to do it. And what I don't have in here, and I told James I will be adding to these, there is more than one way to overcome a cost objection. One thing I've put out there is have a garage sale. I have had brand partners in other companies join my business by having a garage sale because I'm not fronting them $500 because I believe in this business. Right? So there are lots of different ways we can do it, but I felt like this script was a good starting place for you guys because it's not only helping you show them how to start, you're literally giving them language about how to turn those extra sets of drops around and make money. We're training them before they're even on our team.
So powerful. My gosh. So I want you to think about this. And do you see the psychology? Do you see the framing? You know what I like about this? We are not discounting the opportunity. Who here has ever had someone sign up as a brand partner, but they didn't do anything? Like they're kind of just there, right? They have a brand partner account. One of the main reasons why that tends to happen, to be honest, is that it was a lack of upfront expectation. We signed them up just saying, well, it's okay, right? To each their own. But if you want committed partners that are actually sharing and doing things and leveraging and expanding the business with you, if we tell someone, hey, Sandy, if you get a $30 membership, you're going to get 30% off for life and get it for $123 instead of $176, period. If that's all we say, they're only thinking I'm getting it at a discount. So wouldn't it make sense why they're not launching, why they're not sharing? It's like you have to push them. It's like you're being passive aggressive. But I love this scripting because it gets it to you up front. It does not devalue what you have. It gives you the right language to position powerfully what this is all about. You know, Katie said it right. People who get in for free usually don't do anything. Anything else?
Katie's totally right. I wasn't even that big of a fan when the company did the free enrollment. I didn't even tell people about that because that then makes it harder for them to enroll brand partners down the road because they got in free. Now all of a sudden the $30 thing seems like an impediment. It's like, no.
But Katie's different. She said she got in for free. Yes.
Katie, you're gonna prove me wrong.
Yes, absolutely. So I hope that's helpful, guys. Sandy, thank you so much for putting these both together.
Of course.
and go through the rest, right? Like explore them and let us know. And this is a think tank. By the way, if you have anything that you find that is very helpful for you, that you find you deal with all the time, it's working for you, let us know, right? This isn't meant to just be a one person thing.
Right.
Like we want this to be a think tank and we always want to collect the best of the best. So let us know for that. But final thing on this is if you want speed, so we have these objections that are going to help you a lot. What I also love, Sandy, that you did is I want you to talk about, because as you were helping your teammates out, so you did the 2-in-1 twice in this last week. So
Yeah.
congrats on that, leading from the front.
Thank you.
But you also helped 3 of your teammates wrap this up as well too, which is huge. There was one in particular you mentioned that there was a prospect that was about to say no, but then you connected and then things turned around.
Yeah.
There's power in 3-way conversations, guys. Here's my tip, and then I'll ask Sandy. If you are not confident yet that you can get someone started for whatever the reason is, it's not because you're horrible at this. It's not because you can't do this. It's simply because you haven't done it enough where you don't have the confidence yet. Confidence comes from competence. So you got to do it over and over and over again. So instead of just trying to do it by yourself, I would highly consider tap in some help. So you had a teammate tap you for some help. Can you give us this story and what happened?
Yeah. So essentially, one of my teammates who's not done network marketing in the past, she had somebody contact her out of the blue because it was one of her friend's sisters. And this gal was very experienced in network marketing. And so she contacted my teammate and they were talking, and my teammate was very excited because this gal was gonna sign up. Well, it turned out this gal once upon a time, years ago, had an account with this company before it was PartnerCo. And so when she went to sign up, it said, oh, that email is already in use. And it jogged the gal's memory. And she went, oh, I already have an account. You know what? I'll just sign into that, order the drops at the brand partner price of $123 rather than have to spend $400 and start a whole new thing. And so Tina sent me that conversation. She screenshotted it. And I said, put her in a 3-way with me. And so I said to the gal, I would love to talk to you about this. We got on the phone the next day and I let her go through her reasoning. And then I said, if I could offer a different perspective, let me reframe this for you. You could get into that old account, not knowing, who that team is. I'm sure your team is likely, gone to the wind. You haven't been there in years. And spend $123 and try the drops. But this gal has 34 years of network marketing experience. I said, what I would recommend is that you come here, spend the $400. I gave her the strategy of using one set for herself, selling the other 3. So she immediately picked up on, oh, there's 123 doing it this way, and there's 0 cost doing it with this other strategy. And then she and I began to talk about PartnerCo, about boards, about systems, about onboarding videos and links. And she got so excited. She signed up as a brand partner, immediately got a customer, is off and running, got her pinned post up that day. So the power of the 3-way conversation is this. Our friends and family are going to get excited based on our excitement. They're going to get interested based on what we have found. Then we will push them away as soon as we become an expert. Even me. I am a literal business expert. This stuff I'm writing for you guys, this is my job. I've been a business consultant, a marketing strategist. I've worked with Tony Robbins. I've done this at a high level for many decades. And even I don't try to be an expert to my own people. I'm pulling on my sponsor. I'm pulling on Liz and Tiff. I'm pulling on James. There's something called third-party credibility. Learn to leverage that. And my whole team knows, as long as they have done the onboarding videos, put up their pinned posts, and are responding in a timely manner to people asking for info. Those are requirements if you want my time. Because my time is valuable. Your time is valuable. It's precious. So if you want to pull on me, I'm going to say to you, did you do these things? It's actually a requirement to join my team. And if they've done those things, then they don't even have to ask my permission. They can just open up a three-way messenger with me anytime. Hey, Sandy, this is my friend Nancy, blah, blah, blah. This is the thing. She has some questions. And it's always really good when you do that to give a specific bit of direction to your leader. So my people will say, this is my friend Pam. She's been a Drops customer for a month. She's thinking about becoming a brand partner. This is what she was wondering. So I know exactly where to go with that person. But leverage that all day long, guys. That is going to grow your team.
So good. Awesome. Hey guys, who here is grateful for Sandy's contribution that we're all getting here, right? So seriously, thank you, Sandy. Like, such an honor. This is literally, you charge thousands of dollars for this. And I know you're doing this pro bono because you love us. You love this business.
I love you. I love you. I love the team at large, and business training is my love language. It really is. This feeds my soul. So I'm very happy to do it.
It's an honor. Thank you. Thank you. Sweet, guys. Well, let me give some takeaways from this and take advantage. I think the best thank you to a business coach, a trainer like Sandy, is to use what has been created and create success. And let's give Sandy some success stories, right? Like literally right now, Sandy, as we're talking, I'm following up on my customer. I'm using the scripts as is. She's a registered nurse. She's loving the drops. She's asking more questions now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to sign her up as a brand partner. So it's going to be like really good. I'm like, all right, it's flowing right now. So take advantage. So here's some things I would think about. What do I focus on? If you have customers, homework, send out customer follow-up messages with the scripts that you just saw. Start that flow, start that conversation. If you have people that you've talked to about the drops, these are the warmer leads that there is, right? People that have looked at your drops, they've asked for some information. One thing that I would encourage to do, a simple follow-up you can do today, is in the how to get customers boards. You can go through either the selling through smart links or bulk retail. There's a simple follow-up script which says if they don't respond within 48 hours, this is a great one that Liz Oshwald put together, which is, hey, Sandy, hope you have a time. I hope you had a chance to look over some of the information on the drops. I want to let you know we're doing a giveaway for a 30-day supply on the drops because we do a free drops giveaway every single month. Would you be interested in getting a free entry? If yes, here's the link to the machine again, and come into our group. It's another touch point to start the conversation again. All right. And if you don't have anyone that you can follow up with, last place is this: go to the conversation starters, whether it's the drops or the business, and pick one of these that can make sense. Let's say it's a direct approach. I'll just go up to Nancy. I'm like, Nancy, I think I might have found something for you. Found out these viral body balancing drops, help people balance hormones, lose weight. So I took a look. I decided to give them a shot. I'm glad I did. And I am feeling amazing. I've lost body fat. I've lost inches. If I sent you a link, would you be willing to spend a few minutes to look at it today? Right? So you have new leads. You have follow-ups from those that haven't seen information yet. And then you have follow-up on the customers. We have something for everybody. Spend some time, hash those out, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever that it is. And if you drop the seed, sow the seed along, a harvest will always come back. All right. So other than that, if you are wrapping up that challenge, that 2-in-1 challenge, well, you know what to do today. And I can't wait to chat with everyone else. Thank you once again, everyone. Hope this was helpful. Tag your teammates onto this afterwards. Have fun with the boards. Sandy, thanks once again. And have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.